Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vinyl Talk with Tavis, and I'm Tavis. I'm so glad that you are watching. I appreciate all of you so much. And if you're curious, I put Jimmy Mac in the bedroom because he was kind of sick today. He upchucked today, and that kind of concerned me, but I think that he had eaten something that he wasn't supposed to, but after he upchucked, he started zooming around the room and blah blah blah. So I'm glad he's feeling better. So let's get right to it, okay? I found this at an antique store. Totally shocked. This is Jackson 5, the third album on Motown Records. It features the song, I'll be there, I'll be there, just call my name, I'll be there. And, okay, first of all, the cover is in VG++++ condition. But the album itself, VG minus, but it still sounds good. I always have felt that the older pressings of vinyl, even though it may look like it's not going to play well, it really does play well. So I was really glad to find this, and it's just in great condition. Look at Michael, and can you name all the people? I think that's Jermaine, Tito. I'm sorry. I don't know their names. I feel so bad. But here's the back. And if you haven't seen my Janet Jackson documentary review of her Lifetime documentary, check it out. What a great documentary that it is. I think it's going to continue to show. But I was so glad to find this. So glad. Motown. So now we have, this is Gladys Knight and the Pips. Now this is a very interesting album. The song on here that really hit the charts big time was Save the Overtime for Me. Rap was on the rise big time, and there was lots of breakdancing, and they did a video that featured the New York City Breakers. That song is still a jam. It's still a jam. Soul, no, but I had to get this from the antique store. This is Sheena Easton. This is her song, or her album from 1981 that features the song, My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him. He takes me to a movie, to a restaurant. Y'all, I think at that time, strangely enough, what can I say? I remember I had this radio, and when I heard that for the first time, it was such a joy. The song is so upbeat. I've not heard the other songs on the album. Let me see what's on here. It has Don't Send Me Flowers. I don't remember any other song on here, but The Morning Train, that was a jam. So Sheena Easton, she later on began to work with Prince with the song My Sugar Walls. Okay. What do you think that meant? The Sugar Walls. I tell you. Okay. It's the female anatomy. My sugar walls. Okay. I love Sheena Easton. Of course, she's older now, and Man, I haven't listened to this album in its totality, but I do know the song Morning Train, 9 to 5. What a great album, or at least what a great song. I haven't listened to the entire album. Okay, I found that at the antique store too. Can you believe it? These antique stores, they have crates here and there hidden away. I told them, you need to put all these crates in one place. But I think they have vendors who sell certain things. They just happen to have vinyl too, and they place that in their vendor section. So you don't just take all of their crates and put it in one area. They have vendors they sell cups and magazines and whatnot, and then they have crates of records. So it's something that you can't just take from their vendor space and make it into a vinyl space. So you just have to walk around and hopefully you'll find some great treasures. Now, I found this at Mills Records. This is the Pointer Sisters' Contact. This came out in 1985. Not as popular as their album, which is Breakout, that features the music Jump for My Love, Neutron Dance, from Beverly Hills Cop. But this is still, to me, a wonderful album. The Pointer Sisters, what can you say? What can you say? So sadly, June passed away. Then we have Ruth, who's still going strong with the Pointer Sisters. Then we have Anita. I think that she's still performing. And then Bonnie, she passed away, I think maybe a couple of years ago. But they created such great music. This does not touch their Breakout album, but still, I was so glad to find this because I had been looking for this album. The album is called Contact. It came out in 1985. The song Twist My Arm, Dare Me, which is a great video with Dare Me. And then a great song that ends this album called Freedom. Very slow song, which advocates the importance of freedom for all people. A great album. I was so glad to find that. Now we have Patti LaBelle's 12-inch version of Stir It Up, which comes from the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. But this is a 12-inch. And I remember listening to this and watching the video on MTV or Black Entertainment Television at the time. And when did this come out? 1984. Oh, I love this song. Got to stir it up. Got to break it up now. When I think about tomorrow. Ooh, I can't wait to stir it up. Do y'all remember that? What a great track. Man, I was listening to this while I was cooking some meatloaf the other day. A 12-inch on MCA Records. Oh, I found this. Where did I find this? Oh, at Mills Records. Mills Records. I was just everywhere the other day. I was just buying all kinds of records. Now, this is Rufus. Everybody, this is the first Rufus album that features Chaka Khan. Actually, I think it's the first Rufus album. So in that album, you can see or hear the maturity that Chaka had in her voice, and you knew that she was a standout in the group. Wow. So that just took her to another level, and then pretty soon the record company said, Chaka is so good that we should just call it Rufus featuring Chaka Khan, which caused some animosity in the group because they wanted it to just remain Rufus. But Chaka was so good They wanted it to be Rufus featuring Chaka Khan. So the record industry is crazy. You just never know what happens. You just never know what happens behind the scenes. Now, there's a group called Shalamar, which was created by Don Cornelius from Soul Train, and another guy, I believe, called Dick Gregory. Let me see. Hold on. Dick Griffey. I apologize. This is their first album, Shalamar. Now, if you all are not familiar with Shalamar, if you remember watching the film Footloose, they did a song called Dancing in the Sheets, which is on that soundtrack. But before then, they had a major history. This was their first album. At first, it was a bunch of session singers who Don Cornelius and Dick Griffey wanted to capitalize on the success of Soul Train, and they said, well, let's just get into the record business. So they had a lot of session singers. They had some songs written and said, let's just make a record. And then the face of that group became these three people, one of them featuring Jody Watley, who went on with fame with the song, I'm looking for a new love, baby, a new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she was with the group. But again, okay, at first it was just a bunch of session singers. And then they decided to put faces to the group. And they chose three people. And here they are. And then later down the line, they felt like it could really blow up. So they kept three members. One person decided that they felt like they were not making enough money. They were touring. And it was like, okay, I think I'm out of this group because I'm not getting my fair share. We're all not getting our fair share of money. I'm gone. So then they replaced the lead singer with Howard Hewitt. And then Shalamar really grew up. Not grew up. They grew up too, but they blew up. And I have an album coming of theirs called Gold, which is their greatest hits. They did the song like, they did songs like Make That Move, For the Lover in You. That's a great song that I love by them. It escapes me. But anyway, that group really found their groove, and this is when this album came out with Shalamar in 1984. This one was in 1977. Okay, and then between 1977 and then 1984, a lot of things happened. They made great music, but there was some animosity in the group. I mean, but they put on a great face. They made great videos, blah, blah, blah. But you just never know, again, what goes on behind the scenes. So this is when Jody and the other guy, I forgot his name. My heavens. Anyway, he was the one that created the moonwalk, but that's another story. And then Michael Jackson took it from him and used it in his Motown 25 performance, but that's another story. You know, Jody Watley went on to make a great, great, great hit, Looking for a New Love. I mean, she left the group, and it's kind of an ironic title because she was looking for a new group. She was ready to leave the group. And there's been some videos of Howard Hewitt apologizing to Jody Watley on some things that were said back in the day, and he wants to apologize to her. and hopefully they can get a reunion tour back, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Jody Watley is done with Shalamar. She said, that's my past. I don't want to get back into that. I've started a new life for myself. I left the group and I made a name for myself. So why should I go back to Shalamar and be a background singer for you? But Howard Hewitt has made a wonderful, Instagram apology to Jody Watley about the things that were said when they were younger. And, there's so much drama behind the scenes with these artists. And back in the day, we didn't really know what was going on because, there wasn't any social media. We didn't have cameras and the internet to see everything that was going on in these people's lives. And to me, it seems like it was better to not know so much about the people. You would find out about them in magazines, and there were some wonderful black magazines at the time, like Right On and things like that. And you would see what they edited for you to read. They glossed it over to make you feel like they wanted you to feel about the group. But these days, the artists themselves are coming out and saying, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. I've got to speak my truth. So things have totally changed. You know this. So Howard Hewitt, he has made a video to say that he's sorry to Jody Watley for the things that he said to her during the time that she was in the group. He says, we were making great music to make you feel good, but we were not feeling good of those things that were happening at the time in the group, which made them replace two people, and Howard Hewitt remained. Okay, so, but still, they did the music for Footloose, which is Dancing in the Sheets. Then they did this album, which is called Heartbreak, which features the song Dancing in the Sheets that came from Footloose. And there's really nothing else on this album that I'm familiar with. And I've not heard this record, so let me just put it down. But I still love Shalamar. They had some great, great music back in the late 70s and the 80s. Oh, man, just great music. So now let's go on to a soundtrack that I found at the antique store. Risky Business. Everybody, when I saw this, I didn't have to think twice. No. In fact, I rewatched the movie last night, brought back so many memories. 1984, Tom Cruise. The songs include, just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Is that too close? But that scene of Tom Cruise dancing in his white Oxford t-shirt with his socks, pretending he's playing the guitar, classic. Had to get this. The songs include music from Tangerine Dream, Muddy Waters, Prince, Journey. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. I didn't know that was on there. So glad to have this. So glad. Let's look at the inside. Come on. Let's have some fun. Well, there it is. But it's funny. I love how you have a red side and a green side. I haven't listened to this yet. I can't wait to listen to this. Then we have, now, Sylvester. Who knows Sylvester? Sylvester was an out gay man. He dressed in drag. He had issues with his record companies because they did not want him to to be so flamboyant on his album covers, but somehow he made it work. And this album here, Sylvester, called All I Need. Y'all, I have been listening to this all day. Every song is great. It features the song All I Need. All I Need. First of all, Sylvester, he used his falsetto voice a lot. But in the song All I Need, he uses his low register voice, which is really cool. It is such a it's such a funky track. Man, that's a funky track. And this is the album that includes Do You Want a Funk? But that's not the right, no. Wait. Do you want a funk? Let me tell you now. Do you want a funk? Let me show you how. Do you want a funk with me? This is a great album. Every song on here is awesome. Guess where I found it? I found it at Josey's Records. I was so proud to find it. I've been looking for this for years. I was looking on Discogs. It was too expensive. Looked it out on eBay. It was too expensive. This was $10. Had to get it. So proud of this. So proud of Sylvester. I wish they did a movie about Sylvester. You know, at the end, he died of AIDS, but he was such a flamboyant, outgoing, wonderful performer. Man. And then this is another Sylvester album that I found. This is called Mutual Attraction. And this features a song called Living for the City, written by Stevie Wonder. Such a great tune. There's also a video of that song, which features a choir and everything. What a great album. Came out in 1980. Hold on. 1986. And this album came out in 1982. So I'm glad to own Sylvester. My goal is to get every Sylvester album. So if you want to VCLT me, now let's go to some jazz. We have the great reunion of Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington. Now look at that price. 99 cents. How much did I pay for it? I think it was like $20, but I found this at the antique store. It is in marvelous condition. Oh man, I've not listened to it yet. Oh man. 1961. Can't wait to listen to that. Can't wait. I think I'll listen to it tonight while I'm going to sleep. Now, everyone, Luther Vandross. Oh my God. I do have a favorite Luther Vandross album, and I happen to find it in the antique store. Now, the cover is not in great condition, but this is the album, Give Me the Reason. See those frayed, this kind of frayed. But I tell you, this album, every song on here is great. This is when Luther Vandross had lost lots of weight. He was wearing all these wonderful clothes from designers. It features the song Give Me the Reason from the movie Ruthless People. He does the song So Amazing. It's so amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and the skies above. He does a duet with Gregory Hines, the tap dancer, called There's Nothing Better Than Love. The song Stop to Love. Every song. It's just, to me, This is my favorite album of Luther. And it was in such great condition, I just had to, look at that. It plays beautifully in an antique store. Look at Luther. Look at him, slim. But sadly enough, he passed away because of a stroke that he had. And oh man, I think the last album he did was called Dance with My Father. That was a sad moment. It was a sad moment to know that he passed. But I'm so proud to know that I now own this. I think I'm going to go on eBay and try to get this record again so that I have a good sleeve for it, because I just don't like that. But the album inside is in BG++++++. Lastly, or the last record I'm going to show is my favorite gospel songwriter. If you're a follower of mine, you know my favorite gospel songwriter is Andre Crouch. Went to Mills Records here in Kansas City, and I happened upon this, and I was looking for it on eBay and Discogs. The price was just not phenomenal, but it was just over the top, and it was from Germany and London and all other countries that would take so long to get here. But I found the best of Andre Crouch. The best of Andre Crouch. Look at the back. Wow. I tell you, I am a gospel music lover. This is a 2-record set. Look how beautiful that is. Only $10. I think they say it's in what? What condition is it in? I don't have the plastic sleeve. I think it was like $10. I had to get it. I love Andre Crouch. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Do 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 do. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Ooh, baby. I said, ooh, baby, in a gospel song. Well, let's just say I said baby Jesus. Baby Jesus, soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Sing along. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're going to see the King. Well, that's all I have, everybody. I have so many records. Oh my God, I'm going to have to get another place because my record collection is getting so huge. It's getting huge. I want to thank all of you for watching. It's so good to not have Jimmy Mack around trying to take over. He's in the bedroom sleeping, and I'm glad. As always, with music, be inspired and stay inspired. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.